Hello everyone. Thank you all for watching the video and leaving meaningful comments. Wishing everyone good health and happiness. Early in the morning, I woke up in the small wooden house where the delicate rays of dawn filtered through the cracks in the old wooden walls. The space was unusually quiet, with only the chirping of birds in the garden and the occasional crowing of roosters echoing from the chicken coop in the corner of the yard. I got out of bed, feeling the gentle chill of the early mountain morning. When I opened the door, the first sight that greeted me was James sleeping against the wooden wall outside. He was curled up, his head tilted to one side, looking exhausted yet peaceful. I knew he had stayed up all night boiling medicine for me and taking care of me when my health wasn't good. Seeing him like that, a wave of both compassion and gratitude surged through my heart. I stepped outside quietly, trying not to wake him. After feeding the chickens, I returned and took my jacket to cover James. The jacket wasn't very thick but was enough to keep him warm in the cool morning air. Watching him sleep soundly under that jacket, I felt an unusual warmth in my heart. Returning to the small house, I started a fire to reheat the pot of porridge from last night. The flickering flames illuminated the tiny kitchen corner as wisps of smoke gently rose, carrying with them the aroma of hot porridge. The crackling sound of burning wood blended with the morning sounds, creating a simple yet lively symphony. As the scent of porridge spread throughout the house, James woke up. He looked at me with kind eyes and asked, "Are you feeling better?" His deep voice conveyed genuine concern from this man before me. Smiling, I replied, "I feel better now, thank you." We sat by the fire together and ate porridge. Each spoonful of hot porridge seemed to chase away the morning chill and lingering fatigue in my body. While eating, James shared interesting stories from yesterday at work, occasionally slipping in humorous remarks that made us both laugh heartily. James's eyes shone with sincerity and warmth whenever he looked at me. I felt a sense of closeness and reassurance with him by my side. Though simple, breakfast was meaningful, not just because of the hot porridge but also because of the affection we shared in those small moments together. After finishing breakfast, James helped me tidy up the kitchen corner before preparing to return home. Before leaving, he didn't forget to remind me to rest more so I could recover quickly. Standing at the door watching his figure fade behind rows of green trees outside, I felt a sense of relief mixed with an indescribable touch of longing. After breakfast, James bid me farewell to return home. I watched his figure gradually disappear behind the rows of green trees outside the yard, feeling a sense of relief mixed with a touch of longing. Once he left, I began my work, heading to the forest to cut bamboo. The path to the forest wasn't too far, but it was filled with shrubs and gravel, with each step echoing in the quiet morning air. The lush green bamboo groves appeared before my eyes, tall and full of life. Gripping the knife firmly in my hand, I carefully started cutting each bamboo stalk. The sound of the blade striking the bamboo resonated rhythmically, blending with the wind rustling through the leaves to create a natural symphony of the mountains and forests. Sweat began to bead on my forehead, but I persevered, feeling a sense of tranquility as I immersed myself in nature. Meanwhile, James was resting at his home after a busy morning. Suddenly, his phone rang. It was a call from a business partner. The voice on the other end sounded enthusiastic as they mentioned wanting to sell a pomelo orchard they owned. James listened attentively to every detail, his eyes lighting up with particular interest in this opportunity. Without hesitation, he decided to drive out to meet the partner for further discussions about this deal. The journey was quite long, but he remained upbeat, envisioning the potential of the pomelo orchard described by his partner. Upon arrival, the meeting went even better than expected. The partner clearly outlined the terms and benefits of owning this orchard. James listened intently, weighing everything carefully before signing the sales contract. The moment the contract was signed, his face lit up with joy and satisfaction. He knew this wasn't just a successful deal but also an important step forward in his business plans. The pomelo orchard would not only bring economic benefits but also open up long-term development opportunities for him in the future. After completing all formalities, James stood up and shook hands with his partner confidently and appreciatively. On his way back home, His heart was filled with excitement and relief as everything had gone better than expected. He thought about sharing this joy with me, the person who had always been by his side and supported him during difficult times. Meanwhile, I continued working diligently cutting bamboo amidst the cool green forest. The bamboo stalks had been neatly arranged into large bundles, ready to be brought back to my small house. Though the work was somewhat tiring, I felt content knowing I had accomplished what I set out to do for this morning. After finishing his work, James returned to the small house where I was staying. On his way back, his eyes sparkled with excitement after a successful day, but when he saw me carrying heavy bundles of bamboo from the forest, he immediately stopped to help. He quickly walked over to me, gently took the bundle of bamboo from my hands, and said, "Let me carry this for you. Take a rest." His deep, warm voice reassured me and eased my tiredness. Together, we carried the bamboo back to the house. Along the way, James chatted with me and encouraged me to take better care of my health. His sincere words gave me renewed energy after a tiring morning of work. When we arrived at the house, he didn't leave right away but stayed to help neatly stack the bamboo bundles in a corner of the yard. Afterward, James looked at me with concern and suggested, "Let me take you to see a doctor. You shouldn't let your body stay fatigued for too long." I hesitated for a moment but eventually agreed. He quickly prepared the car and drove me to the nearest clinic. On the way, he kept asking about how I felt and reminded me to take better care of myself. At the clinic, the doctor examined my condition and recommended 4 fluids to help my body recover faster. James stood by my side, closely observing every step of the doctor with a worried expression. While I was receiving the 4, he sat next to me and told funny stories to help distract me from my fatigue. His thoughtfulness warmed my heart, making me appreciate even more the man before me. After completing the checkup, we stopped by a market together to buy personal items and cooking ingredients. James carefully selected each item and asked if there was anything else I needed. His attentiveness made everything feel lighter and more pleasant than ever. The bustling market did not diminish the sense of comfort between us. He picked out some fresh green vegetables, chicken, and essential spices for dinner preparation. I also took the opportunity to pick up a few small items for my house. Both of us were cheerful as we finished shopping. It felt as though everything became more meaningful when done together. On our way back home, the golden hues of sunset began to bathe the narrow path leading into the forest. The peaceful atmosphere highlighted the bond between two people, one who always cared deeply and one who felt immense gratitude for the other's presence in their life. When we arrived at the small house, we organized our purchases and started preparing dinner together. That moment was not just about sharing tasks but also about meaningful companionship in this simple yet warm life. James's small yet thoughtful actions throughout the day deepened my appreciation and affection for this sincere man more than ever before. When we returned to the small house, we began preparing dinner. James lit a fire in the corner of the yard, the flames flickering brightly and driving away the chill of the night that was gradually setting in. I took the chicken I had prepared earlier and worked with him to marinate it thoroughly. The aroma of garlic, pepper, and various spices blended together, making the atmosphere feel even cozier. We placed the chicken on the grill, and the sound of fat dripping onto the glowing charcoal created a pleasant crackling noise. As James turned the grill, he shared stories from his day, from signing the contract to purchase the pomelo orchard to his plans for the future. His deep, warm voice resonated in the quiet surroundings, making me feel both close and secure. During our conversation, we also expressed our heartfelt feelings for each other. James said he was happy to care for me and be by my side during difficult times. I didn't hesitate to share that his presence had made life in this mountainous area so much more meaningful. Those words felt like a small flame, quietly warming both of our hearts. When the chicken was golden and fully cooked, its enticing aroma filled every corner of the little house. We sat down to enjoy it together. Each bite of tender, flavorful chicken brought us satisfaction. The meal wasn't just delicious but also filled with laughter and connection. James told a few more funny stories that had me laughing out loud. After dinner, James helped me clean up before getting ready to leave. Before he went, He looked at me with caring eyes and reminded me, "Make sure you rest well and don't overwork yourself." I could only nod and smile as I watched his figure disappear down the narrow path leading into the forest. Standing at the door of my house, I felt a slight emptiness as he left. Darkness began to envelop everything around me, with only faint light coming from a few oil lamps inside. I gazed into the distance where his silhouette had vanished behind rows of deep green trees, feeling an indescribable sense of longing. The small house now sank into the stillness of night. The wind blowing through the cracks in the wooden door created soft whispers as if reminding me of the beautiful moments we had just shared. Sitting by the fire's last remaining warmth, I replayed every word and action from James throughout the day, each one a precious memory that I would always cherish.